In a world where crossovers can be a massive crapshoot, whether they really slap or simply should have never been conceived by the human mind, one YouTuber will look into his past to take a look at one of his earliest attempts at fanfiction writing. Afro Riffs. Join us as we embark on a journey full of cringe and old shame, going over a series of fanfics that combined a Canadian Cartoon Network program with a Japanese anime. Yes, that's actually what this guy did. Scary thing is, he wasn't the first. Look it up if you don't believe me. Anyways, watch as this aspiring artist and storyteller goes through each and every episode of his fanfic series he did to see how much it holds up compared to his more wiser, experienced times as a writer, whether he likes it or not. I wonder what horrors are in store for today's little adventure.
Hey guys, this is Afro once again.
Hello, this is Chippy Jesse. I wish for death.
Hello, Tenchi Honda is back.
Well, I got good news and I got bad news.
What's the good news?
The good news is we're almost done with this story.
And so does that mean the bad news is that there's going to be more chapters or something?
Well, way to spoil the punchline, but yeah, pretty much.
Oops.
Whatever. Anyways, we're at the climax, so let's do this. Just a quick sip.
Alright.
Episode 7. Oh wait, Part 7. A Cruel Realization. A lot has happened since the past 3 days. No, alright. A lot has happened the past 3 days since Haruhi's announcement. Ed and Eddie, due to their behavior, became delinquents. Double D, however, became somewhat popular. He became a tutor for classmates who had trouble with their homework, and had become really good friends with a guy named Kunikita. Eddie developed a rivalry between him and Kyon for Mikuru's affections, and Haruhi seemed to take advantage of Eddie, for she brought him a butler outfit to work with Mikuru, but he didn't mind, as long as he's near Mikuru, I'm pretty sure Haruhi would let Eddie change on his own, but thank God this didn't go anywhere.
Oh boy.
At last, Friday arrived. Kyon was somewhat okay with this new idea. He at least doesn't have to waste a day off looking for nothing, just hours after school. First, he went home to change into regular clothes, a yellow shirt, red jacket, green coat, and blue jeans. As he arrived at the station where everyone else is, he noticed that Haruhi, Yuki, Mikuru, and Itsuki were still in their uniforms. Like, wrong there, past me.
So wait, who's this that's talking?
Yeah,
Okay.
like...
Okay, I think the second line is Haruhi, so, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't you feel the need to change?
We came from school.
And why didn't we change the day to Friday?
Just for today. I couldn't wait. Fuck. I couldn't wait to show the Eds what we're on. Okay, let me try this again. Just for today. I couldn't wait to show the Eds what we do on Saturdays. Just then, Oh, fuck.
Just then, the Eds arrived. They changed to their regular clothes, too. Oh, right there. There, past me. Yeah, I probably should have made it its own paragraph. So, What do you five do on Saturdays? Asked Double D.
We search the city for strange phenomenon. Okay, need to keep going with this. We've been doing this ever since we started the club.
Any luck yet?
Eddie said snarkily. Nope, trust me. Nothing ever happens in this city, answered Keon.
Not yet, at least.
Said Haruhi optimistically.
Since this group is bigger now, we'll split into 4 teams. We'll split into 4 teams of 2. Ed, you go with Itsuki. Double D, you go with Yuki. Eddie, you go with Mikuru. And I'll go with Kyon. Meet me back at 1 hour. I'm improvising. Fuck this.
Honestly, that's fine, given my grammar. Well, my past grammar. Ed was enjoying his roam with Itsuki Koizumi, for he has grown a pretty good friendship with them. His charm and good looks are good enough to win anyone over. They scanned a few people until Itsuki suggests something. Why not we take a break, Ed? No question mark. Very good. Sure, Itsuki, the aliens can wait! The two went to this park table to rest. Koizumi thought it would be a good time to tell Ed about what's going on, like Yuki and Mikuru did with Ed and Eddie. Hey Ed, you ever wish you were an Esper? Yeah, whatever those are. In fact, I thought up an idea for a scam before we came here. Me and Eddie take Johnny to the future, thinking it is being attacked by aliens, and we have these powers to bring the scum down. I got it from a comic book. And what do you call these powers? I don't know. You know, that story happens to be the subject I wanted to talk to you about. Itsuki started to tell Ed about what happened last Friday night. Now he and the others got here, who got them there, and their purpose in this dimension. You see, Haruhi wished for people from other dimensions to come to this one. She doesn't know it, and I think we should keep it that way. But Ed fell asleep just after he began talking. This is probably how most people will read this feel. Just then,
Probably.
Double D, Eddie, Mikuru, and Yuki came up. The 2 girls led the 2 Eds over to Itsuki, so they could explain more to them. You see, there's one major detail I forgot to tell you guys, said Itsuki. And what's that? Asked Double D.
That we're not as normal as you think that you 3... Fuck. Is that we're not as normal as you 3 think we are?
Said Mikuru, even though, shouldn't they know this already? Or, I don't know.
I am a data interface.
Said Yuki. This is
Oh,
still you.
Shit. I didn't see another quotation part at the beginning.
I forgot the other one.
Good job. Here to examine Haruhi Suzumiya and to make sure she keeps the world in order. I am a time traveler, said Miku. Yeah. I'm here to follow Miss Suzumiya's orders so she can be pleased.
And last but not least, I am an Esper, said Itsuki, making sure Miss Suzumiya doesn't get too bored with this world. But what does that make Kyon? Asked Double D. A normal human being.
What do you mean?
Asked Eddie.
You guys are acting like she's a god.
Funny you say that, because she really is God, or maybe is a god. And she created this world 3 years ago, and in her look on reality... And if her look on reality becomes unstable, then the world will end, and we're here to make sure the world is safe. Double D and Eddie were confused. Wait, so if the world started 3 years ago, how did humanity evolve so quickly? Asked Ed. The only way that could be possible if time went faster than the speed of sound. Maybe if you were an Esper like me, you would understand. But unfortunately, you weren't one of the 2 that were given powers, for you see, your brothers Ed and Eddie have them.
What?
said Eddie. Yeah, I'm with you. Yep, Haruhi gave you those powers like she gave them to me. I think this is Eddie.
So how did she get us here?
Yes, that
Har-
is in Eddie.
Haruhi Suzumiya's powers increased over time. That means now she now has the power to send cracks to other dimensions, but dimensions hopping someone would go through to them.
Oh, I hope.
It's a hoping.
Well, maybe she hopes that someone would just randomly hop into them.
True.
Dimensions?
Dimension traveling.
Yeah, because, I mean, the chances of that could be 1,000,000 to 1. I mean, it's very convenient that the Eds just so happen to go through one that just happened to show up in the sky they were in.
It'd be like that.
Okay. This whole paragraph, aside from Senmikuru, is all you, Giselle.
I know. Hold on, let me just drink some water
Okay.
before I die.
I mean, wow, this first part is super repetitive. They're being told, like, where they are and what happened 3 times separately.
I mean, to be fair, Eddie and Ed were not really paying attention. Like,
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
I'll give a bit of benefit of the doubt. Eddie was too busy oogling at Mikuru, and Ed just fell asleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, on to Mikuru. Miss Suzumiya wished to meet people from other dimensions, and that's why you guys, Ed and Eddie, are here.
Said Mikuru.
Soon other dimensions will become one for the crack will suck yours into ours. So your fake identities will become real and replace your old ones. And how you really got here?
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting concept I came up with. Ed then woke up from his nap. What did I miss? I guess this is, Eddie.
These three are an alien, time traveler, and Esper. Haruhi's a god. She brought us here with that crack in the sky. Our dimensions will become one. And for now, on the three of us, our permanent brothers of Elric.
Cool! The Eds were walking down the park. They couldn't believe what they were told. Haruhi bringing them there and being a possible sentient being.
So we were taken out of our dimension, brought to this one, became brothers, all because of one simple high school girl?
Said Eddie, or asked Henry. I guess so, said Double D. Does this mean we are prophets of Haruhi? I'd like to be one of her, said Ed happily. He seems pretty optimistic with all this.
Well, that stinks. We're now brothers and our dimension will become one.
Then Double D just thought of something. Hold on, Eddie. Maybe that could be a good thing for us. If our dimension will be combined with this one, that means Peach Creek will exist here. So when we finish the school year here, we can just take a flight back there. Everything goes back to normal. Well, most will go back to normal. I mean, we're still gonna be brothers, which means we'll share the same parents and live under the same roof.
Double T, you're right. You're right. I knew there would be a silver lining. Come on, let's go meet up with the others.
Ed and Eddie were happily walking back to the station. Their look on the future, well, wrong there, finally brightened up. However, in a few minutes, a big surprise was waiting for them.
So, how was the what is this word? I'm dumb.
Excavation.
Excavation. Thank you, Tenchi. So, how was the excavation.
asked Haruhi. Great, but we just realized something. When the school year ends, we're going back to...
Hey guys,
Tsuruya was walking towards them.
I've gotten good news from your parents.
They're taking us back to Peach Creek?
Asked Eddie in excitement.
Nope, they're coming here to live in Japan.
What did you say? Asked Double D.
Your father's business moved here, so you'll live with me until they arrive.
Tsuruya, what about last Friday? Your dad found us lying on the road, and we told you we're from another dimension. I think this is Tsuruya.
I think you were having amnesia.
Double D then remembered what Yuki told him, that the real event that got them there will be replaced with a fake one, and it will become permanently real. So, we're staying here in Japan?
Yep, isn't that great?
The Eds soon fell down. They are now living in Japan for good and will never see the other kids again. Just then, Yuki, Mikuru, and Itsuki showed up. Then they went with the three of them. Mikuru looked kinda sad too. She was holding today's newspaper. What do you have there, Mikuru?
It's nothing. You wouldn't like it.
Oh, I think this was supposed to be Haruhi, but...
Gosh dang it! Okay, hold on. Okay, let's try this again. What do you have there, Mikuru? It's nothing. You wouldn't like it.
But Haruhi grabbed it anyway. She read it and looked very disappointed. It said that the van was on a plane and it somehow fell out of it. This was untrue. It was replacing the real identity. Haruhi thought that maybe Tsuruya was right. I think I misspelled Tsuruya a lot here. That the Eds were just ordinary people like her and soon became melancholic. How poetic, and I guess this is her power subconsciously, or maybe just, I don't know.
It'd be like that. Let me just take a drink of water before I read this last line.
Okay,
Come on.
she said.
Let's go have dinner.
This is still you.
Oh, wait, did I cut out?
No, I mean, I forgot. I put the quotation mark in the wrong place.
Oh my fucking gosh.
Then we'll go to Yuki's afterwards.
Oh boy. Oh boy, now this part, I mean, I was thinking about the sigh of Haruhi Suzumiya when I wrote this. I mean, I think.
Oh, and it was around the time when you were, like, hating on that arc?
Yeah, before I realized just how much it parallels, like, The Room and those crappy nostalgia critic films.
Got you.
Part 8. A dangerous quarrel. Kill me. So the brigade, along with the Eds, had dinner at the diner they usually meet up. Haruhi felt very disappointed. What began as something very unusual turned out to be something ordinary. Kyon, of course, didn't believe it. The fake backstory was so far-fetched and so implausible that he was surprised that people actually bought it. Kyon would be excellent at anime sins. The Eds weren't any better. Their hope for return... Wrong there! For returning home was all gone. They're trapped in this dimension forever. Eddie was angry inside. He began to hate Haruhi. The past week we had was absurd. Oh, wait. Try again. The past week he was abused by her much like Mikuru, and he truly couldn't believe how low she'd gotten now. Later that night, they went over to Yuki's apartment to have some tea, and I'm guessing she used Eddie as a stool. Like,
Probably.
oh, come on, Eddie. Maybe living in Japan will be great. Ed was being optimistic. Maybe Godzilla will come and attack the city, eating his prey like gummy bears, fighting King Kong like a boxer, and Eddie then trapped himself in his fancy and acted like Godzilla and calling himself Edzilla and went around the apartment room going crazy. Great. Too hard, Keon thought, rolling his eyes. Yeah. Eddie was looking down at the table, looking very glum. Itsuki thought up something that could bring some life into the room. Why don't you three girls get your nails done? These three gentlemen, Kyon, Edward, and Eddie, will do them for you. Was that really the best you could come up with, Itsuki?
Okay.
Said Hari with a sad look. I call Miss Asahina, Kyon said. I get Yuki. Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
I'm so
Hey.
sorry, you two. Just this scene alone.
Oh boy, here comes the conflict.
Hey, Eddie, can you do my nails, please?
Do them yourself!
What?
You heard me. I'm not doing your ugly nails.
Gosh dang. Gosh dang it, 2010 Asher.
What's with you? I am the brigade leader, and you'll do as I say!
Look, I'm my own brigade leader. The only nails I paint are mine. Wait.
Oh, come on, Eddie. It's... come on.
Kyon chuckled at his answer, which led Eddie to grab him.
What the hell is so funny, mophead?
It's nothing.
Sure sounds like something to me.
Kyon understood what was going on and whispered into his ear. Look, I'm sorry for what you're going through, really I am, but don't take your anger out on me.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, you don't have to get too serious.
I'll just continue doing the lines the same way. I can take it out on anyone I want to take it out on. I'm taking it out on you because I hate you. I've always hated you. As drama.
Well, I wasn't fond of you either, you troll.
There's a cliff at the end of town. Why don't you go jump off it?
Hey, knock it off!
Haruhi yelled. Eddie then turned to her with a very mad-looking face at her. He went up to the table and started to yell at her.
Yeah. How can anyone ever be associated with you? What more can you take away from me?
What are you talking about?
Oh, woe is me. No, you're the one who brought us here to your stupid dimension. You ruined my life as well as Ed in Double D's. Because you're such a heartless freak.
Haruhi felt very hurt. She had no idea what he was talking about, and didn't know that she brought them there. Itsuki felt very serious at the dilemma, and tried to calm him down. Eddie, I know what you're going through, said Itsuki calmly, but she doesn't know about this. I'm sure you and your brothers will go through this with our help. And I'm pretty sure Haruhi thinks everyone is acting nuts.
Pretty much, yeah. Like given like the end of the Psy arc where Kyun should have admit everything and she didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
I'm gonna give you the count of 3 to get your ass over here and do as I say.
Ordered Haruhi. Oh boy. Eddie felt very pissed off. His face was red with rage, and both his fists were locked on tight. This made Kyon remember the time at Tsuruya's house during the film shooting and was afraid about what was going to happen next.
okay, okay.
1, 2.
As Haruhi was going to say 3, Eddie soon responded by jumping up to Haruhi and started...
Oh hell no!
And started to, it says beat her up, but tried to beat her up, but he's so weak and, well, can barely get an effective hit. I really don't want to say this correctly.
Yeah,
Haruhi felt... He was about to take the first hit, but Itsuki grabbed it. Haruhi felt very scared. Itsuki started to grab Eddie to break it up. Edward, grab Haruhi! Though they soon responded, as both were pulling Eddie and Haruhi. Ed soon broke out of his fantasy and saw what was going on. Stop! I demand you to tickle each other right now! Stay out of it, Ed! The evil dark side has consumed them again! Trouble, bad, big! And Double D is like, wow, deja vu! Kyon couldn't believe what he was seeing. Soon, Itsuki managed to get Eddie away from Haruhi, but Eddie grabbed her yellow headband and broke it in half. Haruhi was shocked.
what the hell is going on?
I don't know!
Eddie versus Haruhi death battle.
That was my favorite headband, and you broke it!
That's what you... Wait, that's what you get. What you deserve. That's the sound of the slap.
Oh, I'm starting to think of the talk show scene from Joker.
I've never seen Joker, so...
Oh, no. Now it's my turn to get all serious. And soon it came Itsuki, like everyone has never seen before. He grabbed Eddie to the wall and started to scold him very badly. I'm just gonna pretend to act like a crazier character than Itsuki, because I really can't picture him being this pissed off when he's always smiling and in control. What, are you crazy? Do you know what happens if you try to hurt her? You trigger Judgment Day. The world is going to end because of you. She may be rude and horrible at times, but that doesn't mean you can turn around and act even worse in response, blah, blah, blah. If she knew that she'd done, she would feel very sorry about it. But I guess that's not something to process into you, you hateful little brat. Boy, that escalated quickly.
Everything in this chapter just went from 0 to 100 just in an instant. What the fuck?
Eddie was still looked very angry, but he was scolding him. He started to shed tears in his eyes and looked very sad. Itsuki then grabbed him by his 3 pieces of hair and just threw him into the bedroom and shut the door. I mean, I'm not gonna say what he really does because it's even more out of character of him. No, you can't make me.
It's just pain. It's just pain.
Ed looked very scared. It's okay, Ed. I'm not mad at you. It was just your brother's foolish action that forced me out of my normal state. I'm afraid now life will end forever. It's like, how could he say that so casually? Shouldn't the world already be dead? I don't know. Why don't you go comfort Haruhi? She's the one who Oh. Ed said nothing. After what he just witnessed, he fell into deep silence. Seeing someone that he deeply bonded for like a few days with would be mad seemed to break his heart. He started to pat Itsuki's back, trying to comfort him. Why would he? I don't know. Why don't she go comfort Haruhi? She's the one who needs it. Ed turned to Haruhi. She was curled up in a way Mikuru would be, possibly crying. Just then, everyone heard rain falling down from the sky as if Haruhi triggered it. Ed took his jacket off and put it around Haruhi and both began to lie down on the floor, hugging her. Oh, thank. Oh.
You sound like you're dying. Are you okay?
Bruh.
No. I mean, I hope I wasn't the only 16-year-old who had this cringy of writing skills. Double D, being the nice person that he is, tried to fix her headband, but Yuki took it, locked the two pieces together in her hand. She then moved her mouth like she was mumbling something, and using her alien powers, she fixed the headband and gave it to Ed to put it back on Ari's head. Count felt his heart sank. He thought this would have happened if he ended up hitting Haruhi, but what Eddie did was far worse. He went to check on him in the bedroom, the same one he slept in for 3 years. Mikuru came in not long ago to comfort Ed like Ed was doing. Eddie was crying in Mikuru's arm. Your turn,
Oh boy.
Tenchi.
Oh man. Sniff, sniff. Koizumi hates me now. And it's all because of that horrible girl. Sniff.
There. It's alright. You'll be okay.
I'll never see any of my friends and family again. How will I be okay?
Because you made new friends. Me, Kyun, Yuki, Surya. We'll be a new family if you... We'll be a new family if you like.
Kyun felt his heart sank. You're not the only one, dude. He felt very touched by this. He can understand what the Eds are going through. Through? Like, as in throwing Eddie into the bedroom, and felt sorry for him. Itzy got up from the floor. That's it. I'm going home. Can you take me with you? He said calmly out the door. Kyun felt like leaving too. Please, take me with you! But went up to Ed and Double D. I'm so sorry. Truly I am. He left the condo without another word. I am sorry as well, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
I'm guessing this is Mikuru. Like Mikuru saying, like, I better call,
Yeah, I think so.
Or wait, it might be Double D. I cannot tell who's speaking.
Oh, yeah, it is probably. I better call Saruya and tell her where we are. I think we'll sleep over here. Haruhi, what's your mom's phone number? Haruhi told him it. He called her mom first and tell her where she is. I hope he didn't tell her what really happened. Then called Saruya to tell them the news. Yuki then calmly walked into the bedroom.
Time for bed.
Just a minute. He walked up to her. He was still depressed and hurt, and whispered something. It's going to be okay. Me and Ed know you're not really a terrible person. Well, some might say that's debatable, but yeah.
Haruhi is a very divisive character.
Yeah, like, the most divisive of her time. He then went into the bedroom with Eddie, Yuki, and Mikuru. Yuki was softly patting an empty side of her bed on the floor, expecting Double D to sleep beside her. He blushed and did just that. All 6 of them were fast asleep, unaware what was coming around the corner.
Oh boy.
This is where things get really
This is not the chapter to be like, I'm sorry if this is boring.
Wait, say it again, Ten.
The postscript, like, I'm sorry if this is boring so far. Like, this is the most like crazy it's gotten.
I didn't recall this part to be this batshit insane.
Were you actually bored, like, writing it? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, like... Okay, like... Haruhi had its dramatic moments, and, you know, despite its comedic tone, Ed, Edd n Eddy had its rare sense of drama, but I don't think they were never this extreme.
Yeah. Anyways, we're on chapter. Let's do this. Let's die.
Let's fucking go. Part 9. Welcome home. What? I think this is Haruhi. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Either it's. Let me see. Okay.
Double D! Double D, wake up!
Is it morning already?
Get up!
Just 5 more minutes.
I'm telling you to wake up!
Double D then woke up and saw Haruhi staring at him seriously. When he got up, he noticed a big surprise. Instead of waking up in Nagato's apartment, he found himself, Haruhi, Ed, Kyon, and Eddie lying in the middle of their old cul-de-sac. What?
Ed,
Oh.
we're home.
We did it!
We didn't do anything.
Wait, I think the next person is Double D talking.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh. I don't care now.
Hold on, guys. Something doesn't seem right.
Double D noticed the sky. It was completely pitch black. No stars, no moon, no clouds. And the air felt calm. No breeze in sight.
I think I know this place.
How? As most Haruhi fans know, she had been stuck in close space with Kyon before. Now she's stuck in it again with him and the Eds. I don't know why the Eds are there. Come on, let's look for the others, Double D suggested. They looked through every house in the neighborhood. Kevin, Rolf, Jimmy, Naz, and Sarah were completely absent. The whole cul-de-sac was deserted. Ed felt scared. This place looks spooky, guys. They tried other places. The trailer park, Peach Creek Junior High, other cul-de-sacs, but they were deserted too. So the 4 went over to Double D's house for a ret. The 4? Shouldn't there be 5? Great math skills past me.
Where do you think everyone went?
Asked Eddie.
Do you think they moved?
I don't think so. Their stuff is still in their houses. Like, you got one of theirs correct. Me? I'm scared, guys.
You told us that already, Ed. He did.
Haruhi felt pretty optimistic.
Don't worry, guys. As long as you're with me, we'll be fine. I I have a feeling we might be okay.
Huh?
I remember having a dream like this once, and I enjoyed it. I'm gonna look around. Right there.
Forgot to stay, and she went out Ed's room, or Double D's room, with a lot of confidence in herself.
She seems pretty chipper at a time like this.
Eddie said in annoyance. Well,
Well, at least.
uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. What?
No, that's Double D.
The line paragraphs are so inconsistent. Well, at least somebody is, Double D said. Hey guys, look! Ed was pointing out the window and saw a red orb floating. It went into form. It was Itsuki Koizumi. Itsuki, is that you? Asked Kyon. Eddie felt very scared and raced out of the room. He listened through the door. What's wrong, Eddie? He just threw you into the bedroom and closed the door.
It's not like anything major happened. Ha ha ha.
Hello there. Well, I was afraid of this. Itsuki's voice sounded glum like the last time they saw him. What's going on? Asked Double D. Somebody decided to rebel against Miss Suzumiya, which triggered Judgment Day. So, this is the end of the world. What was that? Asked Double D. Oh, thank God it's not you talking here, Jesse. The world you're in is a closed space. It appears when Haruhi's look on reality becomes unstable. But this one's a dimension version. Since the crack to your dimension closed, your fake identities become real and replace the true story you got into Japan. But the consequences is her making this. We could have given you clues that could get you guys out of here, but I thought this would happen after what your brother did. Eddie was listening through the door. He started to regret what he has done. Were all teenagers' grammars this bad?
Possibly.
So you're saying we came to your dimension just to have our lives changed, just for Hari to create this space for us just to spend eternity here? Asked Double D. Exactly. But why? Why did Hari screw up our lives? Why did she bring us here? This whole story is just characters explaining stuff to other characters. Because you three are the most unusual pair she'd met. You three brighten up her spirit. She wanted to meet unordinary people she knew instead of what she didn't know. So consider yourselves the backup. Until now, that is. I guess that's it. Goodbye. And with that, Itsuki faded away. Ed and Double D opened the door to see Eddie looking even more sad.
All of this is my fault. I promise you.
Fault? Fault. 2010 me. Well, Eddie, it's true. Way to be comforting there, Double D.
It's true. It is your fault.
But I don't think you technically meant for this to happen.
I wish I never thought of that stupid scam. It caused nothing but disaster. Our lives were just fine until I decided to ruin it.
Double D felt bad. He was surprised Eddie took the blame of everything, especially since the last scam before was his fault. Fault! F-A-U-L-T! Where did the GH come from?
Is that like? I do wonder if that is an actual word that could mean something.
I don't know.
You know, I'm curious what this is mean. It's
No,
not.
it's
Wait,
not
it's
a
a,
word.
it was a Cajun term in South Louisiana for fart.
Wait, what? A Cajun term?
It was a Cajun term in South Louisiana for fart.
What? What? Okay.
Common misspelling of the word fart. It's all my fault.
So this is kind of a fart, basically.
Yeah.
I want to be alone with my farts.
Oh my god!
This whole phase of mine was a fart. Eddie walked back into the bedroom, and Ed and Double D exited out. Ed was still silent as they tried to watch TV, only to find static. Ed started to write on some paper. It said, "Want to try the computer?" "Sure, Ed." They walked towards the computer. As it turned on, words began to type itself, and it said Yuki's name. Yuki?
I'm guessing I'm reading the lines. Where are you? Oh wait.
At the other side of the bubble.
Did our dimension combine yet?
Oh, wait. Let's try this again. Yuki? Where are you?
At the other side of the bubble.
Did our dimension combine yet?
Yes, and combined yesterday. There is no hope stopping of what Suzumiya is doing.
There's got to be some way to get out of here, like a loophole. Can you give us at least a clue? Then there was a long pause, and then the pencil icon began to appear, showing that she's typing something. Then it appeared.
Stand by me.
Stand by me? Just then the power went out, and a big blue glow was coming from outside. When they got to the bedroom, they saw Eddie staring outside the window. On the outside was a blue giant. Ed, remember when Itsuki told us we have Oh, wait. This is Eddie.
Oh. Ed, remember when it's...
I think you broke out.
Ed, remember when Itsuki told us we have Esper powers?
Yeah, why?
I think I know how to use them. Follow me, Sockhead. Get him to a safe place.
He then started to glow red and flew out the window, along with Ed flying out the roof, leaving speechless Double D behind. I'm guessing Kyon is just there being a mute. I mean, he doesn't.
Kyon is just vibing in the background.
Yeah, like, he's just like, fuck this, I'm just gonna wait till this dream ends. He ran out the house in shock, and then saw Haruhi running towards him with this excited look. Exciting look? Excited look!
Double D, it's the aliens! They're real after all!
I can see that.
He tried to grab Haruhi to take her to safety.
Why are we Okay, why are we running? I don't think it's evil.
The giant then stomped on Ed's house, Double D's house, crushing it.
Does that look evil to you? Let's run!
Oh shit! I keep accidentally muting my mic. Anyways, where?
Away from here!
Ed and Eddie were trying to destroy all the blue giants with their Esper powers, again with the wrong there. Eddie was really doing it to take out his anger on them, for he has a great grudge against the one who created them. Ed was tired and went to his house to take a break without Eddie knowing. Ed is like, fuck this shit, I'm out. While Eddie was fighting till he was tired, Ed was enjoying buttered toast with chunky puffs. This is just me trying to add comedy to this.
I mean, you tried.
This has like the consistent tone of Spider-Man 3. When he was done, he flew out the roof right before a blue giant destroyed his house. Oh, these giants just hate houses. So, oh wait, they're designed to destroy, but yeah. Elsewhere, Double
yeah.
D and Haruhi were running for their life. Wrong there. Forget it.
How could you be excited? My neighborhood is getting destroyed.
I'm excited because something strange is happening to me. Fuck. I'm excited because something strange is happening to me again. I don't have to go back to our old world where we can live here.
But I want to see my friends again. Rolf, Johnny, Naz, Jimmy, Sarah, Kevin, even the Cankers. Like,
Seriously, the Double D, are you really that desperate? I mean, why the Cankers?
and Saruya and those other brigade guys. Put them on the list too.
You'll see them again. I'm sure that I'm sure as the new day arrives, everyone we love will be here to brighten our spirits.
Double D was taking Haruhi to the swimming hole at the creek to get a better view of everything. As they got to the top, they saw nothing but blue giants everywhere.
There's no use outrunning them. We're doomed.
Double D shouted in fear. Haruhi then called out to a giant that was in front of them.
Oh my fucking gosh, Haruhi. Hey, over here! We're your friends!
Why?
I'm sick.
But she was unaware that Eddie was flying towards the giant for a surprise attack. The giant turned around, saw Eddie flying towards him, and with his huge arm, he combined them into his fists and hit Eddie so hard that his esper powers were destroyed and plummeted into the swimming hole with one huge splash.
Eddie!
Double D said in shock. Hurry then dove in to save him. While Ed came to see what's going on, he saw Eddie, Double D, and Hari dive into the water, and he went in after them. Hari was swimming around to look for Eddie, and saw a body print in the creek floor. Hari tried to pull him out, but he was jammed there. With no more breath, Hari swam up to the surface to catch her breath.
Okay, gotta try this.
I can't get him out!
Ed and Double D swam up to her. You need our help! The three then dove back in. Ed and Double D dug around the body print to make it easier to get him out. With a few good tries, Eddie was free and floated up to the surface with all the others. They went to Eddie's spot to try and help him live. He gave him CPR, and the two heads watched nervously. Oh God, what? Ah. Why did I include an underwater scene to this?
I'm just gonna keep reading.
We're almost done.
Come on, Eddie! Don't give up already!
Double D began. Oh, Hari cried. At last, he began coughing and looked at Hari with a bad look.
You did this.
What's with all the edge? And very slowly he closed his eyes and lied there, possibly.
No!
Double D began to tear up.
This is all our fault. I should have never.
This is the right fault this time. I think this is you, Haruhi. Jissy.
Okay.
This is our... okay. This is all our fault. I should have never gotten the giant's attention.
They all began to cry on Eddie. While Ed looked in grief, their friend looked like he died, and she's blaming herself, causing her death. They huddled around them and hugged the two. While their moment of sorrow was getting the best of him, Kyon decided to kiss Hari again to get everyone out of there. Where the hell have you been, Kyon?
Where? have you just Kyona's just like, okay, we're still stuck here. Let's kiss, get the fuck out of here.
Everything began to fly around them. Debris and air was spinning around them like a tornado, and then everyone woke up. They were back in Nagato's room. It was morning, like everything was all a dream.
Thank goodness.
He sighed in relief, and she looked over at Eddie, who was breathing very heavily, and his skin looked very pale, paler than Nagato's.
Oh no, Eddie! We gotta get him to the hospital!
Ed shouted in shock. Part 10. A decision.
Ooh.
The Eds, Haruhi, and Yuki rushed into the hospital as fast as they could. They were worried they'll lose Eddie forever. It turned out that he went into a coma rather than dying. The doctors examined him carefully. His bones are completely shattered. What happened? That's what I want to know. I mean, so I guess the dream was that powerful that it crippled him in real life. I don't freaking know.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah, let's go with that. Wait, who's speaking there? Or oh, it's Haruhi. There we go.
I don't know. He just woke up like this. Though I had a bad dream where he got seriously injured, and I think I did this to him.
The doctor is probably thinking to himself, what the fuck is she talking about? Haruhi looked very sad. Kyon, Itsuki, and Mikuru and Tsuruya came in looking very surprised. Mikuru then started to tear up.
I should have stayed with him and not left him alone. No, Mikuru, you did nothing. I think I did.
Kyon and Itsuki went over to sit with Ed and Double D to comfort them. Itsuki began to explain. Those were Shinjin, he said with a serious look. Huh? Those monsters Ed and Eddie were fighting were Shinjin. Eddie was taking his hatred towards Miss Suzumiya out on them, which caused them to fight back, destroying his Esper powers and weakening his body. Itsuki, do you think Haruhi's a bad person? Ed was getting second thoughts on her. I'd rather not explore this can of worms. Depends. Sometimes she can be bratty. Other times she can be kind, caring, and a sweet person when she thinks the time's right. I saw many times where she's done good for most of us. It's like half of her is a angel with a good heart, willing to appear out. It's like half of her is an angel with a good heart, willing to appear out of her any time. So you're saying she has a heart? Everyone does, Ed. Everyone does. No shit, Sherlock. But I don't think your now brother uses his. Like, good God. Never have I met a person so arrogant in my life. Ugh. Itsuki was more calmer than last night. He still had a dislike for Eddie for hurting Haruhi and having her nearly recreating the world just as theirs were becoming one. Haruhi looked at Eddie on the hospital bed. While he did hurt her, she felt a little bit sorry for him and is thinking of whether she would help him out or not.
Okay.
Hey, Kyon, what do you think I should do? Should I let Eddie stay in the brigade, or should I kick him out?
Kyon could see that Haruhi was having second thoughts of them in the club, and she really trusted her opinion. Kyon thought about this and gave an answer. Why don't we let Ed and Double D stay and have Eddie kicked out? I don't think he'll like being around us.
Do you think he'll be okay? He looks really pale.
Let's just leave them and do what we usually do on Saturdays, Itsuki pointed out.
But
Miss Suzumiya, he wrongfully accused you for an act you didn't do and smacked you for it. Do you think he deserves your help? So the 5 of them were left in the room, leaving the Eds behind. As Haruhi was leaving, she took one last look inside. Eddie was looking like he was going to die. She had no idea how he woke up like that. She was a little concerned for Ed and Double D, worrying how life will be like for them if Eddie would die. She then left, feeling very down. Eddie, please get better, Ed said, sadly holding his hand. Double D comforted him as they decided to stay by his side until he gets better. It was a new week, and the weather got colder, as winter was approaching. Hari and Kyon were in the classroom expecting Ed and Double D to come in, but to their surprise, they saw Eddie along with them. He looked better than the last time they saw him. We're in the classroom. Did I say classroom? Hari felt very confused, but Kyon probably knew why he's better. He remembered saying how Hari wouldn't wish for someone to die, so she might have given him mercy and healed him with her powers, because that's how her powers work, right? Even if he didn't deserve it, so Kyon just went back to work. It says the end, but just the beginning, and here's a little epilogue, but don't worry, it's all me. Epilogue. At the end of the week, the Ed's new parents arrived to Japan. It turns out that there was only a father, and the mother either died or left them for unknown reasons. Once the crack between both dimensions closed, the Eds have forgot how they got there, and their memories with their old lives were replaced with the ones of the fake identities, as well as having their existence from the original one erased. Johnny transferred into another school, but still kept in touch with the Eds. Since Saria was wealthy and part of the family now, her dad lended his brother, the Ed's dad, some money for our house. So that would make the Eds technically half Japanese now, but whatever. The Eds really liked Saria, and were glad she was their new cousin. Ed transferred into Itsuki's classroom due to reasons of the agency. Eddie was banished from the brigade ever since the incident at Yuki's apartment. The lives of the Eds were never the same, but will things look up? Well, that's something you have to see next time. To be continued.
That was a fucking roller coaster we've been through for the past 4 chapters.
Yeah, dang. Ed really said, I'm gonna be anime. Or Eddie.
Yeah, I am so sorry.
And this... fuck. Just fuck.
Yep. I mean,
I think we're gonna vibe after this recording.
I don't blame you. I mean, so kids, what have we learned today? Never cross over 2 random shows that have nothing to do with each other, especially when one's an anime and one's a Cartoon Network program. Ugh.
I mean, I cannot really criticize too much because looks at my looks at Super Awesome Manga RPG. Oh boy. But yeah, how many more chapters do we have left?
Well, this is the end of this part of this
arc?
Yeah. But I think we kind of still have a lot to go, but hopefully they won't be as well, I can't promise that. I mean, I'm starting to remember some of them now, but we'll just take this one step at a time.
Hey, we got past the first arc.
I mean, I doubt that the guy who inspired me would have it go this long, but it just be like that sometimes.
It be like that.
So
yeah, like,
yeah, you were saying?
so yeah, shit's fucked.
I don't think I can look at either show the same way again.
Don't just believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Oh my god. Shut up, Tenshin.
Okay, this is Afro Otaku.
Is this Chibiusi? I'm gonna go die now.
And this is Tenji Hanka.
Be a better writer than past me. Bye.
See y'all fucking later.